It's the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Welcome to another production here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, where it is our mission to bring you news that you could use. Today is no exception to the rule. We are fortunate to have on the line with us. We know it's football season, but it's always baseball season around here at the Open Mic, and we are proud to introduce to some, present to others. And as we were discussing, we competed against each other back in the old days of SWAC. Coach Carlton Hardy. How you doing, sir?
Doing well. I appreciate it, Mike, having me on the show. Excited about the new venture I'm taking. Getting ready to get myself set up. Our football team is playing at 7 p.m. tonight against UAB, so just excited about the opportunity that's been presented to me.
Yes, sir. Well, you're the head baseball coach at ALCORN, and we know that ALCORN has had some challenges throughout history as far as budgets and actually doing well. What put this on your radar? I know you had some success at Savannah State. As we mentioned, you played at Grambling. What made this opportunity seem the right choice for you at this time?
Well, 18 years at Savannah State, the biggest thing is I talk to the kids that I have an opportunity to coach is to not get complacent, not be satisfied, always strive to reach your highest of highs. I was waiting until my kids finished high school and to head off to college or to whatever they were going to do with their life. And just so happened my daughter had just graduated, and she was headed off to college. My son is already in college. And as I was talking with my wife, I said, well, if something opens up, I'm going to, put my hat in the ring. Just so happened that ALCORN opened up, SWAC school. I competed against them. And again, I just thought it'd be a great opportunity to go out and challenge myself, to have the opportunity to coach at the Division I level again and help ALCORN turn the program around. And so I'm excited for this opportunity.
Well, we're excited for you as well. And I believe, Coach, you probably are the first coach that I've actually interviewed that we actually competed in our youth on the show. So that's a first for that. So maybe you're on the mark of something good, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look, when you look at the obvious, we know budgets are not equal on the HBCU levels, and now the scholarships up to 30, and we're struggling at the 11.7. How do you offset that from a creative vantage point to build your program that you inherit? And by the way, do you have a number of scholarships you would have access to at this point?
I do. We are very fortunate with the support from our administration in regards to baseball, in regards to budgets and scholarships and access to things that help you be successful. Throughout my career, the different programs I've been, we were not as fortunate as other programs in regards to budgets and access to different things that would allegedly help you be successful. My motto has always been, no one cares. At the end of the day, they want to know, did your kids graduate? Did they have a great experience, and did they win? And so regardless of what's been put in front of me, I go out and I try to teach our guys to be as successful as they can be. And at the end of the day, we'll look up at the scoreboard and find out who won. And more times than not in my career, we've won more than we've lost.
Yes, sir. Now, as the total number of scholarships, what number is that do you have access to at this point?
So we get a good fair amount. I think we're competitive in our conference. That number, I'd like to keep close to close to me, but we are well off, about as many as everyone in the SWAC has. So I'm happy.
I'm not going to press you on that one, but I'll assume it's a good number, but it ain't the number that you would really love to have.
It is the number that I'm fortunate. I would tell you this. The previous places I've been, it is as close to 4 times as much as I've had before.
Wow. Okay. Well, it's a good day for you then of being able to get some pieces that can help build your program. And we know that every coach has their philosophy, and we know pitching is at the apex when you're trying to build a program. Do you have, we know that everybody wants the guy throwing 100+, right, for 9 innings, but do you have a certain pitcher profile or a player profile that you look for in order to build a program?
Well, if you're pitching and player, this is what I look for. I look for someone who's at least 6'4", at least 200 pounds, consistently can throw the baseball 98 miles per hour or better, and hit the ball over 400 feet on a consistent basis, and runs a 6.3 60.
You definitely old school. You definitely old school swag, brother.
That's not out there. So we look for the most competitive young man that we can find. What I look for in pitching is, number one, the ability to attack the strike zone, confidence in his abilities, and willing to learn. And so there's numerous amount of kids out there that fit that profile. And now my responsibility and my job is to find someone who best fits ALCORN State University.
Yes, sir. I think in this time that we're in right now, in particular, I'm not going to just leave it at HBCU programs, but smaller programs, I think you need more of a Swiss Army knife ball player. You would love to have a guy who's strictly a pitcher, but due to limited resources, we need guys that can do a little bit more, than just one-dimensional. I call it being an asset versus being a liability, or something like a MacGyver, a guy that can probably give you some quality innings, also be a good productive outfielder, or even an infielder to help your team and have a decent handle with the bat.
Yeah, with the way the college baseball is going with the new roster restrictions we'll be having next year, throughout your roster development or roster structure, I believe you want to find a couple of guys that can do more than one thing. I know my history, our position players, I look for them to be able to play at least 2 positions, just to give us some versatility, give us some options. The game of baseball now may be moving towards you having a pitcher that can also play a position. And so we're looking for all the above. If there's a pitcher out there that, hey, coach, I pitch, hey, I'm all open, and we'll work from there, and we'll develop the roster in other ways.
Okay.
But the key thing is having a guy that can go out there and compete in the strike zone.
Yes, sir. We're talking with head baseball coach CARLTON Hardy of the ALCORN State Braves. Coach, have you been able to assemble a coaching staff as of yet? And if so, who do you have on board with you?
I think I have one of the best coaching staffs I've had since I've been coaching. The time that I was hired, I was able to keep on the assistant coach that was currently there. His name is Kurt Cormier. I've been on campus a week, maybe a week and a half, and one of the hardest working young men I've had an opportunity to meet and work with. Yes sir, no sir guy. He he tends to do things without being asked. He just does it because he feels like it needs to be done. I have a graduate assistant, and we're working on a volunteer guy. So we'll be fully staffed. Support from the alums, support from the administration. I'm happy and excited about the where we're headed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, as far as fall baseball, a lot of people seem to not be attention to detail when it comes to fall baseball. Do you have a fall program in place? And if so, how many games do you normally get in with maybe some local JUCOs or other programs?
We do have fall baseball. With the programs that I've ran, fall is really important. That's where we find out who we are. Lineups are established. Depth is established. We learn the system that I'm going to put in place. So we'll take 40 days out of the fall. We'll be beginning probably Tuesday the 3rd, day after Labor Day, and we'll probably end right around Halloween. At this moment, we do not have a scheduled game against an outside opponent. We will more than likely play more of our games inter-squatting to find out who we are. But it is early in the fall. As we all know, I just got hired, and I will be looking out to the local JUCOs in the state of Mississippi. From my understanding, one of the best JUCO states in the country. So that'll be a great opportunity to challenge ourselves. And it'll also help with recruiting.
Yes, sir, no doubt. Recruiting is always the key factor. And looking forward to your success on the diamond. I'll be honest with you, the only time I won't be in too much of a favor for you is when you go against my old Panthers, but we understand that part of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, I do appreciate you taking some time to introduce yourself to our listeners here at the Open Mic. And I want to give you some closing thoughts and comments, man, and hopefully we can keep an open dialogue going on throughout the course of your career here at ALCORN.
Yes, sir. Definitely appreciate all you do for black college sports, specifically black college baseball and Alcorn State. I look forward to the opportunity to play against your alma mater. When I was a student athlete, we had much success in the SWAC, and now that I'm coaching in the SWAC, look forward to continued success.
Okay, well, we're looking forward to it as well. And man, you just brought back some good old fond memories, man. I had some good runs in Louisiana. I appreciate that Southern and Grambling pitching. I really do. Coach, we're looking forward to it, man, and good luck on the rest of your journey, okay?
I appreciate it, Mr. Prince. You have a good day.
All right. Coach Carlton Hardy of the Alcorn State Braves, getting things back on track for Braves baseball on the reservation. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Thank you guys so much for joining in with us. Don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter X at The Mike Prince Show. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.